Hi, my name is Meaghan Maxwell, and I will be presenting on the New Jersey region for our Contoso company. This will be a report on the New Jersey retail analysis. So here is kind of a regional overview. If you look to our right, we can see a chart comparing all of our Contoso company sites in gray, including blue. The blue bar indicates our New Jersey site, which is currently number 4th in comparison to other sites in gross margin. The line also in the graph indicates our square footage. So if you look closely, you can see that New Jersey currently has a pretty low square footage and is one of the lowest amongst all of the other sites, but still remains 4th within the company on total gross margin, which is awesome, but we always want to see improvement in our regions. So I looked into it a little bit deeper and saw how we could improve this. So the first thing I noticed is not just regionally, but as a company as a whole, we have an overstaffing issue. If you look at some of our top selling stores in New Jersey on the top chart here, we can see our Contoso Newark number 2 store has over $1 million in sales per employee per year. In conjunction, you can also see our 2 lowest, our Trenton number 2 and Bayonne store, have less than $500,000 in sales per year. So we really want to look into that and see what's the difference. Why are these 2 stores so drastically different? Why is one store making over double the amount in 1 year compared to some of our others? Well, if you look closely at this bottom chart, you can see that our Contoso Newark number 2 store has only around 20 employees, while our Bayonne and Trenton store have over 40. So our least profitable sites have the most number of employees, while our highest profitable sites have our lowest numbers. So I suggested that we cut down our employees, which will increase profits simply by not having to pay almost double the amount of employees for stores that are making half the amount of money in 1 year. So here is kind of an overview of the dashboard I created. We'll go into a live demonstration in a second, but this kind of just goes over some of our key topics. So here we have our sales per employee per store name, our employee count by store name versus total sales, which is probably our most shocking one. Here we have our store names by employee count, our gross margin, and then our square footage. Here we have our sales of per employee as a whole. And then here we have our calendar year, so we can look at it specifically by year or as a whole over the course of the past 6 years or so. So if we look at this live demonstration, we can see as we look closely, we can click on a certain year, say like 2009, and we can see that we've had average sales per employee of 193,000. And we can see some current data, such as our Bayonne store had 47 employees, and our Vineland store had 22 and such. But if we unclick this, it'll show us kind of an overview over the past 6 years. So our sales per employee goes up to 764,000, and all of these update as well. So as we continue to go through the years and want to see improvement, we will continually check according to year. So as 2012, 13, so and so forth go on, we can compare to past years specifically and then overall as a whole. So my solution was to cut down employees at some of these sites. So because if we look over here, we have almost 50 employees at some of these stores, but they're only making, less than $400,000 a year according to this line, whereas our highest profitability sites have less than 20 employees and they're almost making $1.4 million. So Contoso should cut down some of their employees at their sites, and I feel like we will be able to see double profits in less than a year. Thank you.